Good afternoon from Whitehall, Arkansas. My name's Stephen Lewis, and today we're going to talk about JStor research. JStor stands as a formidable digital platform for historical research, offering access to an extensive collection of millions of peer reviewed journal articles and primary source materials spanning various academic disciplines. A search for scholarly articles on the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 yielded four pertinent recent articles: William Sturkey's exploration of women led cooperative organizing in Mississippi, Mark Newman's account of a Louisiana priest cooperative economics movement, Armand Avila's analysis of Latino voter suppression in post Shelby County, Texas, and Samuel Leroy's examination of partisan gerrymandering as a structural impediment to minority representation. I will concentrate on the Sturkey and Newman articles, however, drawing upon the insights provided by Avila and Leroy to expand upon the narrative. To provide context, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibited discrimination in employment and public accommodations, while the Voting Rights Act of 1965 dismantled the systematic barriers, literacy tests, poll taxes, and overt intimidation that had disenfranchised Black Americans for generations. Concurrently, these laws fundamentally transformed American society, although historians continue to engage in debates regarding the extent and longevity of their impact, particularly at the grassroots level, where change was most challenging to achieve and susceptible to disruption. In his article titled Blocks for Freedom, Sowing for Voting in Post Jim Crow Mississippi, published in the spring 2024 issue of Southern Cultures, William Sturkey delves into the Unasuing Cooperative established in Clay County, Mississippi, shortly after the passage of the Voting Rights Act. The article highlights the cooperative's unique requirement that every member be a registered voter. Sturkey posits that economic independence and political participation were mutually reinforcing. Without financial independence from white employers, newly registered voters faced economic retaliation for exercising their voting rights. Conversely, the cooperative provided both a livelihood and protective shield. Sturkey's comprehensive source base, encompassing EEOC records, cooperative organizational files, local newspapers, and oral histories, lends the article a grounded and authentic texture that broader political histories of the era rarely achieve. The second article, Father Albert J. McKnight's CSSP and the Struggle for Racial and Economic Justice in the South, by Mark Newman, Louisiana History, Summer 2024, delves into the life of a Holy Ghost priest who established a network of Black owned credit unions and cooperatives throughout rural Louisiana during the 1960s, drawing inspiration from the Canadian antagonist movement. McKnight integrated Catholic social teaching with voter registration drives and direct civil rights organizing. Newman's conclusion posits that McKnight epitomizes an often overlooked aspect of the freedom movement, wherein religious conviction, cooperative economics, and political activism were mutually reinforcing, and that cooperative ownership served as an expression of racial dignity as well as a financial strategy. Newman's extensive source base, encompassing Dycean archives, personal correspondence, cooperative records, and movement era publications, provides a comprehensive analysis. In tandem, Sturkey and Newman shift the focus from the legislative drama of 1965 to the economic infrastructure that ensured the sustainability of the Voting Rights Act's protections at the community level. Both articles challenge readers to perceive the civil rights movement not as a series of top-down breakthroughs, but as a sustained, locally rooted endeavor, and both recover voices, Black women in Mississippi and a Catholic priest in Louisiana, that conventional historiography has frequently neglected. The other two JStor articles extend the narrative into the present. Avila's 2026 study, published in the Chicanx Latinx Law Review, alludes how the Supreme Court 2013 decision in Shelby County v. Holder nullified the VRA's pre-clearance mechanism, enabling Texas to promptly reintroduce restrictive voting measures that persist in suppressing Latino voter turnout. Leroy's 2024 article in the University of Chicago Law Review contends that partisan gerrymandering further diminishes minority representation and proposes interstate compacts as a structural solution. Collectively, these four articles underscore that the promise of 1964 and 1965 remains an ongoing struggle, and that JStor serves as an indispensable platform for tracking this discourse as it unfolds through the scholarly landscape. Thank you.